Hey everybody, Coach Gary back again. Want to take a couple minutes tonight and talk a little bit about strength training and as it pertains to track and field in particular, or in sports in general. So a lot of times I think we put a lot of emphasis on weightlifting and strength training, thinking it's going to necessarily make us a better athlete. And those of you guys who know me know that I'm really big into strength training. I'm a strength coach. I'm a weightlifting coach. I'm a certified USA weightlifting coach, as well as a track and field sprints coach and a jumps coach and all that sort of thing. All those things matter. Don't get me wrong. We need to lift weights. However, we are not weight lifters. We use weightlifting as a means to an end. It is not the end. So we're not trying to lift as much weight as possible simply for the sake of lifting weight. Because now we're going to do what some of the kids hear me say, major and minors. So although weightlifting is important and we do want to do that and we want to make ourselves as strong as possible, but the objective should be always to be a better athlete. So we want to move heavy weight and we lift heavy. I try to get my athletes, my guys and my girls to be able to lift double their body weight. And these are high school athletes, they're not pros, but nonetheless, these are athletes that are looking to get, college scholarships. And I do have one athlete that's a post-collegiate that's looking to make the Olympic trials this year. So they have to be able to lift at least double their body weight. But on top of that, they have to move that weight fast. So they can't lift maximum weight fast because it's not possible, but we have to do other things where we're moving weight or moving resistance quickly. And that's a whole nother conversation. Or, it's related, but it's a different mindset, if you will. There's a great book out. It's called Easy Strength. It's by Pavel and Dan John. I read it many years ago, and I decided I was going to go back and reread it because one of the coaches on my coaching staff is reading it now. And so I figured I'd read it again. And I came across a real good nugget that I read it the first time. I remember it from the first time, but now it's even more poignant the second time around. And there's a quote in there that says that your goal is to excel at your own sport, and then you lift weights in order to gain a strength advantage over those of equal skill, or over an opponent of equal skill. So that's so important. So important. It is absolutely critical that we understand the skill component of what we do. Sports is still about problem solving. We solve problems. That's what sports is. It's solve problems, problem solving. Hurdles. There's 10 hurdles between you and the finish line. The race is to get from here to the finish line. That's the goal. Your problem is you got to negotiate those 10 hurdles in order to get there. It's not about form. We want to have the best possible form, obviously. It's not about conditioning or heart rate. It's, can I get there while negotiating the 10 hurdles as faster than everybody else? Baseball. The objective of the baseball pitcher is to make every pitch look the same. It looks like a fastball's coming, but it's not. Maybe the pitch is high, maybe the pitch is low, maybe the pitch is a curveball, maybe it's a changeup, maybe it is a fastball. It could be any number of things. They say that in baseball at the upper levels, like from high school level, and I believe this to be true, from the high school level on, just about any good hitter can hit a fastball that's thrown at 95 miles an hour. They can, if they know where it's coming. The problem is the curveball, or the ball that comes. They think it's going to be here, but it's actually there. So changing location, changing speeds, that's what changes a person from being a thrower into being a pitcher. It's problem solving. There's skill. It isn't just, physical might. A good author and physical therapist, trainer guy, I've been in a number of his clinics, is Gray Cook. I've read a number of his books as well, and he talks about never adding strength to dysfunction. So we must learn how to move well. I think it's book Body and Balance or something like that. Athletic Body and Balance. I read that a few years ago, where he talked a lot about that, being able to move the body well. Then once you can move the body well and with skill, then we can add speed or strength or something along those lines. So don't pile on strength or pile on speed if the skill of the movement is not mastered. So we must master skill. With all that being said, we do still need to get strong, because sometimes the strength will help you move well on top of it. Because if you're too weak that you can't move well, then you're you're no value athletically. So I think Vern Gambetta, correct me if I'm mistaken, you guys, but I think he said that strength training is actually coordination training, and I believe that. So it's coordination under load. So we look to increase our capacity to have good coordination under load, under duress of some sort, whether it be weight, it could be a time constraint, or it could be precision. Trying to hit the board in the long jump, or trying to move as fast as we can down the runway, or something along those lines. So we have precision and speed, or the shot to throw, to apply force to the implement, as fast as we possibly can, but still stay within the ring. So there's other constraints involved that are going to increase the demand, for lack of a better term. With that being said, we still must be strong enough. So you can't be weak. So you have to be strong enough to achieve positions. You have to be strong enough to overcome resistance. If you're too weak that you can't get out of a start position, then there's nothing we can do to help you achieve a good start. So you have to be able to get your knees in 90-degree position, which is the first position for the front leg and the blocks, 90 degrees. If you can't get out of a 90-degree squat fast, you're simply not strong enough. So we have to be strong enough for that. So once you can apply force or achieve positions or overcome internal or external resistance, then we can get into optimal speeds, optimal force. We use Olympic lifting for that. For instance, learn how to move the weight fast. I ask my kids all the time, what is Olympic weightlifting? Well, it's jumping with weight. And so it's no surprise to see Olympic weightlifters who can really jump really, really well. So once you're strong enough, get back to mastering your sport. So make yourself as strong as you can, but do not neglect being a good athlete. Do not neglect your sports skill. And the same can be said for conditioning as well. We can talk about that some other time. I think sometimes we over-condition athletes to the point where we make them hurt because they want to be fit. But I don't really care about your fitness. If I train a 400-meter runner, I want them fast enough to run 401 meters. That's all I care about. I don't care if they run 400 meters and have the best heart rate. I care if they run 400 meters and get there first. That's what we want to do. So that's the name of the game. 800 meters, 1,500 meters, 100 meters, it doesn't matter. They have to be fit enough for that particular skill. And they have to have the right kind of fitness, the right kind of strength for it to matter. And once we understand that, I think that we can make some good advancements and then do really, really well in a competitive environment. So I hope this makes sense to you. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.